Nebraska is pretty good. I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, they haven't lost a conference game. One of my managers is from Nebraska, and we were talking at work the other day about a couple of us taking off that first Friday of March Madness. And I was like looking at the calendar, and I saw that he already had blocked off the
That's
Thursday through
awesome.
Monday, like Josh PTO tentative. I was like, he got out in front of that one. Like, if
That's
there's any
awesome.
shot. I don't think they've ever won a tournament game.
Who?
Nebraska.
Really?
Yeah, like they had not made the tournament until I want to say 2 years ago.
They've been that bad at basketball? I guess it kind of makes sense. Kind of makes
Yeah.
sense.
But now, like, I think now with NIL, they can do okay because they have such a devoted fan base. That like you couldn't convince guys to come to Nebraska, but now that you can pay them, they still are all white though. Oh, they have foreign guys. That's why.
Does yeah, that makes sense. They got some Eastern European fellas.
Yeah. They still have the freaking coach's son. He's been on the team for so long.
Who's coach?
Fred Hoiberg. He's with the Bulls for a little bit. He did. He started at Iowa State and did really well there, and then the Bulls hired him, and then he flamed out in the NBA. Somehow landed at Nebraska.
Bulls to
Oh, good
Nebraska is
for them.
quite the yeah, I guess
I
so.
know, right? Oh, they're 19-0. I didn't
Nebraska.
realize that.
So this is like
Yeah,
this is their Indiana season.
yeah, literally. This is literally their Indiana season.
Which we could talk
They don't
about
have any
that a
good
little
out of
bit, but
conference.
I don't know. I watched the game, but I didn't like anything anything too much to say about it.
Yeah, I feel like that's past.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably.
And we'll talk about Mendoza and everything when the draft starts.
Yeah, yeah. That play was awesome.
Oh,
The
it
fourth
was.
down.
It was great. And if that was your school, like that's
Dude.
just the greatest play of all time.
Yeah. I saw somebody said, like the YouTube comments, that it's the type of play that's going to be in like every college football montage
Oh
for
yeah,
the next 30 years.
yeah. And every Indiana bar for the end of
Yeah, right.
time.
His interview was so good too. He's
Oh,
like,
the
"Let me
app
see your
post
arm," and
game.
he pulls up his arm. And he's like, "I would die for my teammates," like blah blah blah, and he's just like smiling the whole time.
So genuine about it too. No, that's like a
I know.
Tom
I think he's
Brady.
kind of a psycho.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why Tom Brady's gonna love him.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
Yeah, he's gonna love him. Well, I guess we could have just pressed record, but let's
Yeah.
let's just get started.
Are
Um,
we live?
we are live at least. Yes,
Okay.
whoever's
So Noti Gang got some
someone's watching. We got a little Noti gang going on. Someone's watching. I heard those epic national championship
musings
takes.
on Indiana and Nebraska.
Yeah, facts. Um, all right, audio check. I think we're good. There might be a little slight echo um coming from your computer, Chris.
From my end. How about now? I just moved my.
Let's find out. No, I think we're good.
Good.
Yeah. There, it does throw up a slight. There's a slight green.
Let me just use my AirPods.
It's up to you.
Or
I don't think
that could have been.
I don't think it should. I don't think it should matter once we start recording.
Okay. Let me just grab.
But Ethan's watching while it's his fiance's um birthday. He said Noti gang while she's getting ready.
Love that. I didn't know he was engaged.
Yeah. Yep. Him and his fiance Jill. Jill's birthday, I guess. Shout out Jill.
Shout out Jill.
Yeah.
It's so long since I've actually connected to these things.
Oh, we got 3 Noti Gangers on YouTube now, and one on the Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah, I still do it on Twitch. We do it on Twitch every day. There's
Twitch.
I think there's one viewer on Twitch like every time.
That's funny.
I'm pretty sure I know who it is, but cannot confirm or deny because and there's never any Twitch comments. So shout out the Twitch user.
The silent observer.
They just got a notebook. I respect it. They don't have time for
A
comments when
notebook.
when they're taking down notes. They're looking at our bets and our tweets or in our takes. I turn on this light and then I'm good to go. You ready?
Cool. Yep.
All right, let's get started in 3, 2, and 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys Podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
Good to be back.
It is good to be back. I didn't even realize it's been 11 days. It has felt like forever. But
We've missed a lot.
we have missed a lot. We've missed a whole round of football. I guess we haven't recapped really the wild card either. So we're behind on that. We got coaching hires to get into. And then now we have the championship games to get into. So what we're gonna do is we're going to be doing the coaches first, and then we're going to be doing the championship games. So it's going to be a little bit of recap, from the divisional games and the wild card games that haven't been able to talk about. There will be, stuff thrown in there. I'll be recapping that, but yeah, we're just going to get right into it, Chris. And so what coach would you want to start out with, Chris?
I mean, I say we start with Harbaugh. I think that was the first
That's true. That is
major
the.
dominant. Like we were right about that was the first dominant of all.
Mhm.
Um, so to the Giants for more money than I think any head coach has ever been paid. Was it like a 5-year, $100 million? I feel
5 year,
like that it's a
$100 million.
lot of money when we're talking about a coach's contract. Because
Yes,
usually you don't even think about it. Like with college coaches, you do, but not in professional sports. Yeah, I thought that was
a
insane.
staggering amount of money.
It is.
It's an amount of money that is like,
I
all right, you're making the decisions here. Like that's what all the negotiation was about,
Yeah,
right?
and I think that Joe Shane, I would be surprised if he makes it out of this year. I think
Yeah.
that this is a situation where it's too late to fire the GM
Yes.
in terms of like the draft prep and stuff. He's probably out though.
Well, and it's
I think
like,
you're right. Like money talks.
yeah. And he will be like he'll be around, but he won't be making any decisions. They're using him as a scout, basically. Like, hey, we
Yeah,
appreciate all the work that you've been looking at these college players for, but John Harbaugh is going to make the final decision here for the New York Giants on
yeah.
what player we're going to take. With what pick do they have?
Uh, 5, 4,
4 sounds about right.
5.
Yeah, I think
5.
it's
No, no, no. Maybe I've looked at so many mock drafts. I feel like I should know this.
well, you have 7. They
I think there
have
might be 6.
why is it showing me
5 or
last year?
6.
Why? Okay, it's harder to think. It's harder than I thought to grab this online. I just looked up their draft pick and it does not.
I have Tankathon as basically a bookmark on my work
Oh
computer,
yeah, I'll just look up Tankathon.
not on my personal computer, which is a little ironic. They are 5. Okay. Because
Okay.
they always have them taking a receiver at 5.
Yeah, so John Harbaugh is going to be in charge of that decision. Long story
I
short.
would think so. But the other interesting thing is like he never was the GM in Baltimore. Like they've always had somebody. Um, so it'll be interesting to see like if they give him the power of a GM or if they give him the power to go hire a GM next season.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like I do think that they will get another face to the GM name after this season. Like it'll be they won't be Joe Shane anymore, and they'll get some other figurehead, whether it's someone who's actually taking the picks or if
Right.
it's still
Yeah.
John Harbaugh. But yeah, I don't know. They probably I'm guessing they give John Harbaugh more say and whoever that figurehead is, whoever he'll be working with all the scouts and everything. And he still has to figure out an offensive coordinator as well. So it's like the end all. It's not like this is all set in stone yet. We want to know who he's
Wait,
always
I
had to
thought he's
bring
bringing
in.
Monk.
Is he bringing Munkin?
I think so. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was confirmed or not. Munkin. Is he going to the
Can't
Giants?
confirm whether it's been
It's
confirmed.
it's Todd Munkins to lose is what I'm hearing.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Okay.
that makes sense if he was
Yeah.
like refused to fire Munkin in Baltimore.
Mm,
Like if he literally staked his job on it.
that's true. So
So
he's gonna bring in the guy for the next job that he gets. That is a good point.
I have
And
a couple takes about this.
okay,
Sorry, you go first.
how's now? Go ahead.
First of all, I don't know like how much this does for Jackson Dart, especially bringing in Munkin. Like I don't know, Ethan, you'll have to comment on Todd Munkin as an offensive coordinator as the Ravens expert, but it's interesting to me that like it sounded like Harbaugh was very drawn to Jackson Dart. He's also not like an offensive minded head coach. He's like the culture guy. Um, and I just don't know how much he can make up for the dreadful roster that they've put together over the last couple of years. That's kind of what I think. Like,
It's gonna take some time, definitely. Oh, we lost your audio. Your mic get unplugged or something?
sometimes it just flips on me for no reason. Like
Well,
it'll
glad I caught
fly.
it.
Um, what was I saying?
You were saying that
There's a
John
floor
Harbaugh.
there.
Yeah, that there's a floor to this
Um,
roster.
but like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how much he elevates each unit.
I I've wondered that too. Like
The Ravens have
we've walked
always been
away.
good, like always been so talented.
I was just gonna say every year we talk about. It's not like we're talking about how John Harbaugh coaches up this team to its perfection. It's not like they get these 13-win seasons and we're like, man, John Harbaugh did a great job coaching that team. It's always been because at the beginning of the year we're like this roster is fantastic and
Yeah,
look from up and down head to toe like um 1 through 53 like all these guys are guys that I would want on my roster. And so I get you have a great point where it's like I don't see that with the Giants to begin with, and all of a sudden we think Harbaugh's going to come in here and flip the switch immediately. Like I do think that there's a lot of Giants fans that hope that that's what's going to happen, and they're going to be disappointed by either a wild card exit if they're lucky, or an 8-9 season
I don't know if they'd be disappointed by that. I
by
think
an
they
eight
would
nine
welcome
season
that
or a
with open
wild
arms.
both
Yeah,
of them.
either. Yeah, I was one of my coworkers was saying how his Ravens fan friend was making fun of him and saying like, "Have fun losing in the playoffs every year," and he was like, "Playoffs? Like, yeah, you had me at playoffs."
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I guess it's like the different like it's the mentalities of like what the team wants to do now. And clearly with paying $100 million to John Harbaugh, they are perfectly okay with getting these guys just some playoff, even some losses in the playoffs, just some
Yeah,
playoff
I
experience.
mean, yeah, I think it's a good hire. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about the hire. Um, I think I'm just skeptical of like a total organizational turnaround. when like Harbaugh's not the one making personnel decisions, unless he is, in which case like we haven't seen him do that in the past, so we don't know if he's good at that or not. Like that model hasn't had great success in the NFL, other than
Agreed.
like a few very notable exceptions, mind you, like
Yeah.
Belichick,
Yes.
obviously probably the
But that
greatest
got
ever,
worn.
but
But that got worn thin though. The end of his
right, yeah,
days, all the drafts were terrible. So it's like you couldn't
yeah.
do,
And there's a
and you would
reason
have
that
wanted Belichick as the head coach. You wouldn't have wanted him as the GM.
it was the Bill O'Brien scenario
Yes.
where like Bill O'Brien's teams were really good, like he did a nice job as a on the field coach, and he would just make disastrous personnel decisions. But Bill O'Brien, the coach, in a much tougher spot to win games.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. So it'll be interesting to see with he's gonna have all the power in the organization. Like he's getting paid probably higher paid than, I mean, he's got to be higher paid than Dart is right now. Dart's a rookie.
Oh yeah, 20 million a year. Yeah,
Yeah. So he's
he
probably
would
one of the
probably be
highest
like the
paid
fourth
players.
highest paid person in the
Yeah,
on the team.
probably.
Like Lawrence,
That's what I was
Burns.
thinking.
Uh, what are their other big contracts?
What about one of their guards? They ever pay any of their top draft picks? Like no, they
Probably
haven't
not
paid any of
that
them,
much
right?
though. Has Andrew Thomas gotten a contract yet?
I'm not
I don't
sure.
think so. I think it's only his.
All right, but that doesn't matter. He will. Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
did get
that's
a big expense extension.
okay.
He has 117 million. So through 5 years. It's only three million more
Not a lot more.
than Harbaugh. Yeah, only 3 million more than Harbaugh.
Crazy.
That is pretty crazy. Um,
So back to the Monken conversation. Ethan said that if Dart likes him, likes Monken the person, he'll be perfect. He's a great play caller slash game plan designer. Gets a little fruity with snaps sometimes for players, but he was a top 3 coordinator the years he was in Baltimore.
I do think that he's a like the Georgia teams always had like a floor to their offense in the
Mhm.
national championship runs that he was the offensive coordinators for, and those national championships were mainly because of they had all of the Philadelphia Eagles on their defense, so they just was able to bully everyone else. And but that offense always had a floor of like this is what's productive. This is what uh Carson Beck, or it wasn't Carson Beck. It was S- Bennett Stetson Stetson Bennett. It's like we're gonna elevate this guy to win a national championship. I mean, they can elevate Jackson Dart to play in the NFL. I think that should be a pretty I think that's Jackson
Yeah,
Dart's a
I
much
mean,
better quarterback than Stetson Bennett is. So
especially if they draft a receiver at 5. Like, I mean, you've now
you
invested
think they need
2
someone with
top 5
neighbors too?
picks. I don't think they do. I've just like that's what I've seen in the mocks a lot.
Yeah, that's
Like
fair.
the
I mean,
way
he
that
did just tear his
the big
Achilles,
board
so
shakes out, they don't need another edge rusher. Like they've already invested so much there.
that's true.
They could take Caleb Downs. Like that would probably fit well. They need
Would you want
secondary
them
help
to?
for sure. But I want them to.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. No, you wouldn't, right?
No, I wouldn't. But I'd be more scared if they took Arnold Tate, I think, and had him and Neighbors.
That's fair. That is
Like
fair.
if that
That would
happened,
be a
like
pretty good
I feel like
offense.
Jackson Dart. I mean, yeah, right. You're putting him in a pretty awesome
Yeah,
situation to succeed. And
I
I've heard
agree.
rumors that Linderbaum is going to sign there, and Harbaugh's going
Yeah,
to
they're
be
gonna bring
aggressive
in.
in going to
They're gonna
get.
bring in. They should bring in
Yeah,
Falele too. Bring in all the Baltimore rejects.
I thought don't Ravens
They
fans
hate.
hate Filet.
They hate Falele. They absolutely hate him. They would celebrate if he signed with the Giants. Like they just won a playoff game.
What about Likely? Ethan just
Ethan
said
just
Giants need a
said,
tight end,
yeah.
and there's one free agent. Yeah, that wasn't my thought. That was that
That's
was
oh,
my own thought.
okay.
That would have been funny if I
I was like, wow,
played it
perfect
off.
timing. It literally just popped up. I was like, no way, perfect timing. He
They do need a tight end. Yeah, I mean, like you add Carnell Tate and Isaiah Likely,
mm,
bang that. Like, I mean, that's all of a sudden one.
that is
I
it.
obviously
Yeah,
depends on what
that
Tate
is
looks
it.
like and how Neighbors recovers from his injury, but all of a sudden
And
that's like
Scatabo.
potentially the best offense. And yeah,
That's true. That would be a good offense. And their offensive line is already they've already used enough draft picks on that offensive
Yeah,
line that they have
almost
to
most
kind of
of them
stay on
don't
top.
hit.
Yes, that's the issue. They keep getting the second overall pick and missing on the O lineman.
Who was
Um,
the burger flipping guy?
is that Evan
Evan
Neal?
Neal.
Yeah, Evan Neal. Yeah, he's a burger flipper. He might still be on the team. I'm not even gonna lie. Let's move on. I think from the Giants.
Yeah, that was a lot of Giants talk.
I think the floor will be good though for Harbaugh. Like I think that Jackson Dart's offense will
Certainly,
look
yeah.
good. As you said, they could draft a wide receiver at 5, all of a sudden have a pretty decent offense with good players on their defense. The defense has to come together as a unit, but they have good
Yeah.
individual players on that defense.
They just need a 350-pound guy to just plug gaps, and then like they are so dreadful
Yeah,
as a run.
their run
Although
stopping
I
is
guess it's probably like you also when you have Burns and Abdul Carter that you can run at. Like
yeah,
I don't
you're
know. They
supposed
need
to
to
be able to
figure
run
out
at those
how to
guys.
not be the worst run defense in the NFL.
That should be something John Harbaugh should be able to help you out with, right?
I don't know.
That's true. That's true. Um, Ethan did say that they have you paired the head coach with the most fourth quarter and blown leads to any team, and then pair them up with the team that blows the most fourth quarter leads
That is
inside the
funny. Yeah.
Ravens. Um, all right, Ethan, if you're still listening, we'll go to the Ravens because you have to go. Um, they got Jesse Minter, the defensive coordinator from the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers had a good defense all year, honestly. They had a really good defense against the Pats in their wild card game. I think that they had that was a pretty hot name in this coaching cycle. You get a young
Yep.
defensive coordinator, you're kind of just trying to make up for your mistake of letting the Seahawks coach go, like it's Mike McDonald, right?
McDonald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to recoup from that. They're thinking he's a little clone of him, and we'll have to see. I think it's a good bet to try to take a younger coach, try to pair him up with Lamar. You got to get an offensive coordinator now, though. That might still be Cliff, which is funny enough.
Yep.
That would be a funny pairing. Um, but you still got to get in a big offensive coordinator spot. But I think the defense will look really really good to get behind Jesse Minter. They're going to get younger. They're going to get younger pass rushers. You'll probably finally see an end to like the Cal Van Noys of the Ravens defense, and like all the old guys. They're going to probably trim
I don't
off
know. The
the
Chargers had Khalil Mack.
yeah, but Khalil Mack's better than Kyle Van Noy.
Well, yeah, but I feel like age wise.
That's true. That's true. I just mean like the guys who've been lingering around the Ravens for a while. I feel like they're probably all going to go to the Giants, to be honest. So
Maybe.
it'll be
Tough sell.
I just think it'll be a little bit of a fresher team for the Ravens, and depending on who they get at OC, it could be fun for Lamar Jackson. I'm disappointed it's not an
Yeah,
offensive coach, but I like the hire.
I kind of wanted to see McDaniel go there, to be honest.
Yeah, I want to see McDaniel go there. That would be cool.
Uh, I do think that it's ironic that they went from John Harbaugh to a guy who's been Jim Harbaugh's guy for like several years now.
It's very
It's kind of funny.
incestual. So gross.
It's-
All of it's very
well, I mean,
incestual.
NFL could like think about all of the coaching trees in the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Like it's all incestual. They all like the McVay guys. I
Yeah.
mean, like half the NFL at this point.
And yeah, anyone who
And
shook
does Sean
hands with
McVay breathe air on
yeah,
you?
have you shook hands with
I
him?
mean, the Rams like pass game coordinator is getting head coaching interviews.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. Next up,
It's
we're
like
gonna
the
be getting
dudes.
like Jimmy
Yeah.
Garoppolo is gonna be getting OC positions.
That's funny. I do think Cliff at offense coordinator is interesting.
Well, that's just
I will say,
interviews,
like,
right? They interviewed him for a head coaching
yes,
position too, right?
yeah. Um, but it does seem like we're trending that direction. And I will just say, like, if Ravens fans have been frustrated by not running the football enough over the past couple years, I would be
Cliff's not the
prepared
guy.
to remain frustrated
Yeah, Cliff's
in
not
that
that guy.
aspect.
He never has been.
He's
He
not
never
that
was in
guy.
college.
No, he's not right, yeah,
No.
like, he played at Texas Tech.
Yeah. This is not a
What
this
do you
shouldn't be a
think he thought?
surprise. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, this should not be
Which
if
that I
they
mean,
get
now not to make it about me, but, like, that was the whole thing with them moving on from him. It's like, you moved on because you had a disagreement in philosophy. Like, what did you think? What
yeah,
type
when
of
you brought
offense did you
in
think you were gonna run?
Cliff Kingsbury, yeah. The I feel like they'll if they get Cliff Kingsbury, they might, like, trade Derrick Henry. Just get, like, some bum running back. She's like, "Well, we're
Yeah.
just gonna use him."
Yep. 7th round rookie. Boom.
Now it's funny, now that he's gone, I'm kinda pissed that I traded Bill because
I didn't even know you did trade Bill.
I feel like Bill's gonna get a better opportunity now. And I traded for Charbonnet, who's gonna be out
He
for
did.
all of next
Toward
year.
Yeah. He did towards the end of the year. It's not like the thing with Cliff is when you look at the numbers, they do run the ball a lot, but it's
Yeah.
like he doesn't know how to integrate the run with the pass. Like
Mhm. No,
he
yeah, yeah.
doesn't know how to like use the run to set up play action at all. Like when he's running the ball, it's just like spamming
Yes.
run plays,
It's
and then all
it's
of a sudden you
it's
get
not
like 2
fluid.
drives where the running back does not touch the football. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of I
So
mean, I always love bringing coaching into whenever you play Madden. Like, you can get in a rhythm of passing in Madden where you're like, "Well, now if I feel like I run the football, like, I'm screwed. I'm not gonna be able to do anything."
yeah.
And I feel like that's how Cliff is. He's like, "Well, like, I completed 3 passes in a row. I just have to keep throwing the football. Like, if I run the football now it's gonna be bad luck or whatever."
Yeah. Yes.
Um,
Anyway, I
oh,
like
Ethan said, "Check what I texted
Baker.
you." What do you text me? Send me a picture. Um, so many misconceptions around the air raid offense. Cliff's offenses in rushing attempts: 2019 19th place, 2020 7th, 2021 10th, 2022 20th, 2024 4th, and last year was ninth.
I'm
I
glad
don't
I made
know.
that point that before the graphic because that was exactly the point was when you look at the stats, they do run the ball.
Yes. Yeah.
They don't run it like yeah,
No,
don't
that
use
was
it
perfect
effectively.
timing. That was perfect timing because you're right.
And it's
He
not
doesn't
like
he doesn't
it's
have any
not
it's
pure air raid either.
no, no, it's not pure
Like it's
air
not
raid.
they're not running Texas Tech's offense. Like
Yeah, it's
it's
not
not like
5
Mike Leach
wide.
is out there calling plays, but
That would be cool
that's
though. I
the
think they
roots
should
of
have
it
done that with
are
Jaden.
there. Yeah.
They should have done that with Jaden. That would have been fun. And it would be fun with Lamar too. If you could do some QB draws in there,
Mm.
try to get him on the outside with 5 wide. Um, I do think that he's a good offensive coordinator that will have you
He is, yeah.
and I think especially that first year, he does wear his welcome. It seems like he even wears his welcome by like October.
Yes.
But you that first year I feel like would really help Lamar Jackson and whatever
The first
wide
like
receivers
6
to get.
games, they're gonna
Yes,
be the best offense in football for sure.
exactly. Exactly. And other than that, I don't know too much about Jesse Minter, so I don't know what like I don't really know what to expect. I'm expecting good defense,
Yeah,
some
I mean they're
fun,
they're already a good
some feats
team,
and schemes.
so
Yeah, they are a good team, and they have
have to be
a
pretty
former
bad.
MVP, so at quarterback, they should have a floor to themselves already, which I guess is
Certainly, yeah.
honestly why Harbaugh was fired, is because they had a floor that they broke. They broke the floor. They were in the basement. They broke the floor last year. Floor was making the playoffs at least, and they failed to do that. So I think it's going to be a fun time for the Ravens fans. Though they needed some change. Need some freshness,
Yep.
and they haven't had it their whole lives. At least the ones that we know, basically. So
Yeah, no.
it's pretty cool. Let's go. I mean, we can do Jeff Halfley really quickly. They got the GM from the Packers. Uh, Packers GM. Oh, what did he do? He hired his buddy that he worked with 6 months ago, or whenever they hired him. And Jeff Halfley is now the offensive or the head coach for the Miami Dolphins. As a as someone who roots for a team in the division of the Dolphins, this guy doesn't really scare me. He was at Boston College, lost to UConn in football. like 2 years ago. UConn was on the rise, but like still, I don't know. I don't, this guy doesn't. He's had a
He
defensive
strikes me as
coordinator.
someone who will be fired after 2
Yeah,
years.
that's exactly
Like, you're
what my
tying
thought
yourself
is.
to Tua, they can't get rid of Tua. They don't have a
No,
good
they appear to
roster around
be.
it.
What do you mean? Miami appears to be poised to part ways with Tua.
Wow.
I feel like they're going to eat the money. I feel like they're just going to cut him.
But then what do they do? Like, what's the
Quinn
point of cutting?
Ewers. I would start Quinn Ewers instead of instead of Tua, just to completely
Interesting.
bottom out. This is a bottom out coach though, Jeff Halfley. You get your buddy from the Packers, and then if it works out, like you're working with your boy, and if not,
Yeah.
just sorry, pal, it didn't work out. Yeah, we gotta go. Apparently, they want to get Malik Willis. Did you see that? It's all the buzz because Malik Willis had that one game against
I've
the
heard a
Ravens.
lot of Malik Willis buzz, and I
Yes, oh
don't.
yeah, he's all the buzz right now is Malik Willis. I don't. I
Do
think
we
people would
forget
be
that,
kind
like,
of
for
foolish.
other game, like, every other game, he just could not throw the ball?
Did we also forget that we just gave Justin Fields 20 million a year for 2 years? We just gave Justin Fields this much money. Like we're gonna do this thing again with Malik Willis. We're gonna give Malik
Desperation.
Willis a third round pick who nobody wanted in the first round, who was projected to be in the first round. Nobody wanted him. And the Tennessee Titans had him. Nobody really wanted him after that, and he was the backup for Green Bay. Like I know he had the good one game, but now we're gonna give him $40 million like Justin Fields. What are we doing here? So
Just
I'm all
desperate.
in for the
I don't
Dolphins
think he
doing
was
that though.
that bad.
I also don't think Tua is that bad, but I do think they're like what we talked about with the coaches where it's like they've been around for so long, like Tua's overstayed his welcome. Like that is you gotta get him out of the building. Like that's you gotta just move on from that era. You gotta move on from the Tua era
Yeah, I think so.
and just
It's kinda
completely
like
bottom
Kyler
out. Yeah,
in a
it is
way.
kind of like Kyler, where you just gotta whatever you gotta eat, you gotta eat. Like the Broncos did it with Russell Wilson. Like you just gotta
Yeah,
man
I
up
guess
and
so.
just eat that money. And look, the Broncos didn't
Oof.
you you the Broncos, if you play it right, you can be in the AFC Championship um a couple years later. I mean, I think they're still paying the Russell money.
Probably, yeah.
So it's not impossible to get out of it. Like you can still find your quarterback with having to pay some other bum that you've previously paid. Just don't make the mistake twice and start paying Malik Willis. Like that'd be the issue.
Right.
Um Other than him being a mediocre college coach, that's all I really have on the guy. This NFL CBS news article said C plus, so that sounds like a good grade to me.
Seems about right. I'd be shocked if he lasts more than 2 years, to be honest.
It's funny. We're actually not bad. Our coaching sensibilities are not bad. So I'm gonna be excited to see him fired in 2 years, and we'll be right again. 'Cause yeah,
We
I think
do. I feel like we do a pretty good job of pegging these coaches
we're
for what
pretty
they are.
solid at getting the coaches.
I mean, Arthur Smith, we nailed. That was the big one.
That's the one that'll always be my example for the ones that we nailed.
We just
Um,
looked at him. We were like, nope.
yeah. Take a look at Jeff. I just pulled him up. He's I don't know. He's a Weasley looking fella.
Let's judge a book by its cover.
He's a Weasley looking fella.
Yeah, he kind of gives me like Gannon vibes.
Yeah, Gannon. He kind of looks like a little bit of Sirianni. Um, Gannon definitely Gannon vibes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's not
It's
or not vibes.
he. I don't want my defensive minded guys to be skinny. Is that okay? Maybe not skinny, but like they need like Robert Sala's like ripped. Like Robert Sala, like
Yeah,
I like that's a
even
defensive
Mike
guy right
McDonald
there.
or yeah, even Mike McDonald is like he's not large, but he's like
Yeah.
solid.
Yes. Like this guy doesn't look like he. I don't know. I don't see any pictures like with him. There's like I can't see his muscles or anything, but it doesn't look like he's ripping the gym here. Like let's get some defensive guys that are
Dude, Mike
that are
McDonald does look big up.
that are pushing some payload here. Come on, like um like Vrabel, like that's the guy you don't want to mess. Like that's a
Yeah,
defensive minded guy. Like this guy looks like he should be on the offensive side of the ball. That is my issue. He should be working with the guy from the Jaguars. What's his name? Liam Cohen. He should be
Um,
working with Liam Cohen. He looks like he should be working with Liam. All right. Let's
Ben Johnson. He looks like Ben.
he does kind of look like Ben Johnson. He has a worse haircut than Ben Johnson, though. Ben Johnson just kind of went bald. He's kind of baldish, Ben Johnson.
No, he always has a hat on.
I'm pretty sure Ben Johnson's bald. He's pretty close to it, at least. He's got short hair. But this guy's hair, Jeff Halfley's hair. Oh, I guess Ben Johnson does have a head of hair. He looks like such a sitcom, like, head coach. Anyways.
Jeff
Uh,
Halfley does.
no, I was looking at Ben Johnson. Johnson looks like a sitcom head coach. In a good way, I guess, because he's doing well. Um, all right.
Yes, yeah.
What, why did my article go away? What else we got? Who else? Let's
He
go to, should we go to Kevin?
good hire.
I think Kevin's a good hire. I think there'll be a floor for whatever quarterback they get in because Kevin Stefanski's had, it seems like, a million quarterbacks and has tried to win or been close to winning with most of them. He's had a couple bad seasons, but when you're working with the Browns, there's for being what was it, 45 and 55? That's his record with the Browns. That is that's an impressive record with the Browns. I'm pretty sure that's like right there for what it was, but it's pretty impressive being right under 500 with the Cleveland Browns and making it to the
I
playoffs
do wonder if
twice
he's
with the Cleveland Browns.
yeah. I do wonder if he's a little bit overrated just because he did well in Cleveland.
Well, that's we're gonna Falcons are gonna put him to the test. I mean, what other team to like? It's a cursed team. It's like this is you're going in and you better be doing well because
Really?
they're not gonna give you any chances to mess up. And I feel like Raheem Morris might get hired by the Cardinals, and it's
Really?
yeah.
Why?
I guess he did well coaching. He's just like, well, it's hard to win with the Falcons.
They were horrible last year. Like you
Falcons.
forget, like they went on that run at the end of the year, but like they're out of the playoffs by December 1st.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he did just enough to save his job. I mean, they went, I think, that undefeated after they were
Well,
eliminated.
not really fired.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Did just enough to justify someone else hiring
Getting
him, I
rid of you.
guess.
Yeah.
The But I do think Kevin Stefanski, especially his running scheme with Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, he's going to be able to utilize him perfectly. He did the Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb thing, and that balance worked out pretty well on
Done.
Cleveland. What?
Done.
John, is that what you call him?
You don't remember that?
No, I never. I don't remember that, Chunt. That's funny. Um,
I've got like Bijan, I guess. Not as fun to say.
no. Um, um, Bijler, Byler, Byler, Bijler, Bijan and Tyler, Bijler,
Or Algier.
Algierson. All right, this is getting ridiculous.
Sounds
Um,
like Baljeet from
they have good
Phineas and
offensive skill
Ferb.
players. He's a good offensive head
They have a
coach.
good roster.
They have a good roster. Their defense is
They
they
had
got
a
a good
mediocre
defense.
quarterback. They'd be fine.
I
They
agree.
kind of do in Cousins.
I know, and he took that pay cut. So maybe they find a way to keep him around.
Yeah. Wait, did Stefanski did he coach Cousins in Minnesota? Or was that after?
I think that was after.
He
I think he
had
went to the
no, he had to
Browns.
have.
I'm looking it up. You keep going.
Well,
Yeah, that's
that's all I got.
true.
2020. When did Kirk sign in Minnesota?
um,
It was before that. I think.
there's no information indicating that Kevin Stefanski coached Kirk Cousins.
What?
That's what I'm seeing. I don't
29
think so.
2018 and 2019. They were
Oh,
both there.
okay. My freaking Google stinks then.
Gemini.
Yeah, I guess so. Even the search results under it. Maybe I just spelled it completely wrong. Stefanski. Might have spelled that wrong. Oh yeah, I spelled that completely wrong. Oh
Yeah,
well. Well, so yeah, they
reunited
coached him
again
for
in
two
Atlanta.
years. Well, then maybe you do
Years.
keep Kirk Cousins around. I mean, you have Michael Penix. He's injured.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing fantastic when he wasn't injured. So I don't know. I guess it's not a bad idea to keep Kirk Cousins around. I heard a lot of Atlanta fans want Carson Beck. Don't know why. He would be a nice backup
He
quarterback, I guess.
went to Georgia.
Yeah, because he went to Georgia. But I would not want Carson Beck. Definitely not would not
No,
want
I don't know.
Carson Beck as my quarterback. As my backup, I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, and then like eventually you could give him a shot. But I
He
don't
does have
know.
moments.
Yeah, of course. The only games that he's lost in college were like most of them were one score games. I think all of them were
The
one
problem
score
is
games.
the only games he's lost in college are games where he throws an interception at the
Yes.
end of the game.
Yeah, at the end of the game. Yeah.
So,
Um, but
what's the
anyways,
stat like? It's like 3 out of his 5 losses or
that's what I
something
think
like
it
that.
is. I think it's
Or
like
like
three
the
out of
last
six or
5
three out of
he's won
five.
it.
Yeah, it's pretty
Crazy.
bad.
But he's also winning all the other games, so
True. All right. I mean, I got nothing but good things about Kevin Stefanski. Give him a
yeah,
quarterback,
I
and I
think that's
think
a good hire
Falcons are
for
gonna be
them
good.
by an organization that struggles to I
Yeah.
was gonna say make good hires, but I feel like they
No,
did.
and you don't like
Arthur Smith was
when
good,
you're
not
when you're the Falcons, don't like try to waste a dart throw on a guy who may be good. Just go get a guy who's proven it
yeah.
with the Browns that has been
Especially like
good.
the guys that you have right now too.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
and you
exactly.
don't
You
have a
can't
first round
waste any
pick.
more time. Yeah, you can't waste any more time. So I like it a lot.
The
Um,
the Matt Ryan thing is interesting too in Atlanta. I don't think we ever talked about that. That they
no, I don't
created a
think we did.
position, hired Matt Ryan to fill that position.
Yes, he is the president of football.
Yeah. So I think they're still hiring a GM, but he's like gonna be under Matt Ryan, which is
Yeah.
odd. I don't know if Matt Ryan's qualified for that, but we'll see.
Hey, they're like Matt Ryan's a smart guy. Bring him
The
in.
Niners did it with John Lynch.
Yep.
Just pulled him out of the booth.
Yeah.
That worked pretty well. So I don't know.
I think that's a solid idea. Like you bring it like Arthur Blank has clearly worked with Matt Ryan before for plenty of years.
Yeah.
Knows who he is. Knows he's a pretty
But
smart
is that the
guy.
only reason he's hiring him? He's like,
Trust his
that guy
opinion.
won me a lot of games.
Probably.
Totally different job. Like Elway sucked as a GM.
Well, and if he sucks,
Well, they
he'll
want
end
Pete
up like
Carroll. Yes.
that's true. But he'll also
You just
just
never find a quarterback.
eventually be fired, right? You
You can
treat it
fire
like
Matt
anyone
Ryan
else.
now?
You can fire Matt
I don't
Ryan.
think he will though.
You don't think you can fire Matt Ryan, even if they stuck like
He
5 years?
will eventually. He'll have a much longer leash than like the Bears assistant GM.
That's true. I think I'd rather I think I'd rather
That's
it sounds
that's the
bad,
first guy
but
to
I'd rather have
go.
the guy, right? Huh?
You'd
Who's the
rather
first
have
guy to
what?
go? Like the guy that I know. It sounds kind of bad, but like I feel like I'd rather have the guy
Yes.
that I know.
I
Who's the
was
first guy
saying
to
that
go? The Bears GM?
the GM that they hire
Oh yes,
to work
yes,
under Matt Ryan.
yeah. Because then they can't blame Matt Ryan.
That's
If
like
anything, they'll just demote Matt Ryan to like or promote him to do less work.
yeah, right.
Yeah, they're like they. You're right. They won't fire Matt Ryan. I think you have a good point. They would never fire him. He would get promoted somewhere in the organization to be like,
Then he'll kind of phase himself out, probably.
yes, yeah. Anyways, the Titans, Robert Saleh. They Robert. It's funny. I think the Jets defense was very good when Robert Saleh was there. I think that the 49ers defense was good. It played the best it possibly could this year without the players behind it. Like it played way better than the players that were on the field showed. And that's due to Robert Saleh. They need to get an offense. This is another team that needs an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I like Robert Saleh a lot, and I think that he could be a very successful NFL head coach. I don't know why he keeps taking jobs at the worst organizations in the sport. Like, you just did
I
this
know.
in New
Did
York.
any of his friends tell him like maybe just one more year in San
Yeah,
Francisco?
like, dude, wait. Yeah, wait a
Yeah.
year. Like, imagine,
Yeah.
like, you put together another year like this year with the Niners, like, you're gonna be the top
Number
candidate on
yeah.
the market.
Yeah. And we just saw like 9 head coaching spots go. Who knows how many we see next year?
Yeah,
Like you
like,
could be
be
the top
patient.
dog with like 3 teams like gunning after you, making a
Like, the
bunch of money.
Bengals might need a coach soon.
Yeah.
Like, that could be a good opening. That's a defense that needs fixing, an offense that's already set.
Yeah.
Although maybe that's not a good example as another very poorly run organization.
They are a poorly run
But
organization.
yeah, so that's my take on it. I like him. I think it could work, but yeah, they like. I mean, you need to figure out if Cam Ward, like, if that's your guy for the long haul. You're committed to him for this year for sure, and probably even another year, regardless of how this year goes. Like, he's shown enough so far. Um, yeah, you need. I mean, get the man some weapons. Like, they need a
Have
coordinator.
some.
They need every
Yeah, they need everything on the
bad,
offensive side.
bad, really bad team right now.
They were they were 30th in points per game, which is surprisingly that it gets lower than 16.7. It somehow 2 teams went lower than that. I don't know what the
Jets
rankings are. I'm guessing it's
maybe,
Jets. Um,
and
what Raiders maybe?
probably yeah.
That would be my guess.
Could be
Um,
Cardinals.
could be the Cardinals too.
Uh,
I don't know.
no,
Jacoby
couldn't.
Brissett was
I know.
kind of slinging it.
I was just thinking the bottom team.
Yeah, but Robert Saleh, they have 100 million in cap space. They could very easily do the thing that our 2 teams just did, where they hire a bunch of mercenaries on
Mm,
defense, and all of a sudden Robert Saleh's defense looks like it has like a bunch of ex 49ers and has a bunch of ex Jets, and they play like middle of the pack, above average
sure.
defense. And the issue is who are you going to bring in an offense to try to do the same thing to try to level up that offense because if and it's funny because you just said it could be anyone. Like it could literally be anything would make this offense better. So I think
Yes.
Robert Saleh has put himself in a decent position, even though it is with historically one of the worst organizations that we've seen in a while. But and another team that seems like they're just chasing their tail. It's like they were mad that Mike McDaniel or no, Matt LaFleur.
Vrabel.
LaFleur went
Oh,
to the Packers, and then they were like,
mhm.
"Oh, we need to fire Vrabel and get someone who's like LaFleur." And then that guy didn't work out. And then they're like, "Great, Vrabel's doing great in New England. We need someone like Vrabel." And now they're getting Salah, they're
That
trying
I
to
mean,
make
this
it
is
like
what NFL team like the Jets
yes,
do it too.
yep. They just chase their tail over and over again.
Commanders have done it for, I mean, since I was born. Like, offense, defense.
Snip, snap,
Like,
snip,
you try
snap.
everything, and then you suddenly, like, eventually you just realize, oh, like, maybe I'm bad at running an organization.
Well,
Like,
and the issue is too with these bad teams is that when they're doing the snip snap, there's also an NFL pendulum that is just natural and it's naturally swinging back and forth for what you want in a scheme, for what you want in players, for what you want, um, how to run an offense, how to run a defense, and the pendulum is constantly swinging, and these teams just they can't even figure out which side of the pendulum they're on. So it'll be interesting to see if the Titans made it right this time. But you really, with these teams, they just have to get lucky that the pendulum's swinging and they snip at the right time. And they get it like it
the
exactly lines
Bears.
up.
Bears are
Yeah,
a
like the
great
Bears.
example.
The Bears did it perfectly.
Have Ben Johnson at the time when running the ball is cool again,
Yep.
and like, yeah,
It should be interesting. It does seem a little interesting that a lot of these head coaches, all of these head coaches, Chris, are defensive minded. I expected the opposite. I thought a lot of the offensive guys would be good. Actually, besides Kevin
well,
Stefanski, he's offenses.
there aren't that many offensive guys out there though. Like now that
This is true.
McDaniel's in LA and Stefanski's hired, like all the young guys that you'd be interested in are super young. Like I feel like Udinsky is the hottest candidate.
Yeah,
And
he's the
he's like,
Jaguars guy, right?
right, but Liam Cohen's calling the plays. Like I
Yeah.
think that's we're hitting this point in the offensive minded head coach ecosystem where all of the up and coming guys are now head coaches and they call the plays still.
Yep.
So to rebalance the ecosystem, the
It's now just
guys that are
assistants who work with the plays who are going to now
right,
get
so
head
they
coaching
need to
jobs.
take jobs. They need to take coordinator job. Like Udinsky should go work in Tennessee
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, and call the plays.
Like,
Try to get the
yeah, like
experience for it.
this McVay guy, get him out of LA. Like, give him some responsibility somewhere. Like that was the thing. That was always the thing with Bieniemy.
Yes.
Like, oh, why isn't Bieniemy getting any head coaching jobs? Like, he doesn't call plays.
Yeah, he doesn't call the
You
actually
don't
do a
know what
great
he's
job.
good at. Like,
Which
maybe
he's
he's calling
back
the
in
plays.
Kansas City.
And then,
Funny enough.
right. But then, like, he started calling plays, and then everybody was like, wow, he sucks at calling plays.
Yeah,
So,
because he was the Commanders coach.
oh, yeah, he's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Talk about a guy who won't run the football. And
Well, and
he's
then it's
like,
funny enough.
top
Then he's the
players.
running backs coach for the Bears, and he does good this year.
He was at UCLA, too.
Oh, I forgot about that. He was at UCLA.
Yeah, back in Kansas City now. I mean,
He
that
went all
I
over the
love
map just to
the
come
keys.
home.
Yeah. Well, Nagy did the same thing.
That's true.
All
That is
back.
true.
And now they're done with him.
I would, teams are interviewing him. I thought the Ravens were gonna get
I
him. I thought that
know. I
shit
don't
would be
doesn't make any
hilarious.
sense.
Matt Nagy going to the Ravens would have been so. It would have been like Christmas all over
That would have been
again.
perfect.
It would have been so funny. Um. All right. I think let's go to. You ready to go to the games?
Sure, yeah. I could talk about like NFL coaching hires and fires, all like just it's so fascinating to me the way the teams are like they're just so
Well,
impatient
we
and
can't
so
talk about
stupid.
McDermott. Well,
Oh yeah,
that's
we didn't
talk.
talk about McDermott at all.
Yeah, we can't talk about McDermott. They are, but they
So
are
I
impatient. They are stupid. These teams are. They
yeah,
don't know what they're doing. But keep
the
going.
the fascinating thing to be about McDermott is when he first got fired, I was like, I feel like it's not his fault, but I also don't think he's like a great head coach necessarily. So like I felt like initially it was, oh, where's he going to go next? I was like, if I had a head coaching opening right now, I don't know if I'd really like, I wouldn't like love McDermott. And then the press conference happens. And I realize maybe he did a hell of a lot better of a job than I
Yeah,
realized. With like the Bills are a sneaky, hor- horribly
I
run
I
organization.
kind of realized the same thing. I was like, when because people were saying like the Bills fans I know were posting like "Thank you McDermott" shit on their Instagram, and I was like, really? Like we're thanking this guy for all these losses and everything, and I realized like they had the playoff drought. They had the longest playoff drought of any professional sports team in America, and Sean McDermott came in and made the playoffs with Tyrod Taylor, and that's
Yeah.
where it all started. That was before Josh Allen, and then he
Yep.
continued to be a floor raiser for these teams and had Josh Allen. And it's like he did overstay his welcome. It seemed like a John Harbaugh situation where it's like, all right, it's been enough years with this system. We're not going to get rid of the quarterback, so we're going to have to get rid of you. And it the but it will be funny to see if like he kept the glue. He was like the glue of the Buffalo organization. And now that he's gone, it's like because that owner is
He's a loose
ridiculous.
cannon.
He is a loose cannon, and those press conferences,
Did not realize that.
no, and those
It
press
was it
conferences
was one of the more outrageous press conferences
I've
I've
ever
ever seen.
seen. Yeah, I've ever seen. Um, he's talking about he's blaming Sean McDermott for the Keon Coleman pick. He's blaming Sean McDermott.
Well,
Um,
he said he blamed their loss on the officials
yes,
and then proceeded to say like we decided to fire him right after we lost that game. But it's not his fault. But what is his fault is Keon Coleman.
So
Like,
ridiculous.
what are we doing here? Like, you're just a fan that got mad. It was like somebody's got to pay.
S-
Fired the coach.
Yes. Well,
It's
and
by
then
the way, he pissed me off when the guy he drafted, even though that's not his job, isn't performing well.
and the guy who actually drafted him, we're gonna give him a promotion, and he's gonna pick our next head coach. Which I guess some people have said like this is part of the deal is that like NFL GMs they get a couple years, but if they didn't pick the head coach, they will get an opportunity to pick the head coach. And
Mhm.
so that's what they're saying. The Bills are doing is that they're giving uh, Brandon Bean an opportunity to pick his head coach for the Buffalo Bills. But I don't know. He's drafted 2 Pro Bowlers in like the past 8 years or something like that. It's like 56 draft picks or something, and it's been 2 Pro Bowlers. I mean, those are I mentioned them earlier. Those are Belichick levels of bad drafting. Um,
Yeah, I mean, you hit Josh Allen.
yeah, exactly. So it's like we're just gonna keep riding that you hit on Josh Allen, and that you had the graphic that we keep loving, that we always bring up about the D lines that one
Mhm.
season at the beginning of the year. Um, but yeah, and it's like they keep getting like their defense. They had that a couple good drafts, but then it's like they didn't keep bringing in star players. They kept bringing in rehashes and old aging guys. Like they had Matt Milano, who was there for a while, and they had all the safeties that were there for a while, and those guys have now gone to other teams or retired. I think Matt Milano's still there, but
Yeah,
anyways,
still there. But like,
they have an old team, and it's like the team is getting
Tre'Davious
old, and they
White,
weren't refreshing.
African.
What do you say?
I was thinking of like Jordan Poyer
Yep,
and
exactly.
Tre'Davious White, who
Yes, and now they're
survived
back on the
a
team.
lot. But
Yeah. Yeah, they
who was
both
their? They
come
had
back
another
on the team.
safety. Who was their other safety?
It was,
Uh,
I know Jordan Poyer and totally blanking on the guy's name. Hyde? It's not Hyde. Is it Micah Hyde?
yeah, I think it is Micah Hyde.
I think it is Micah Hyde. No, I'm saying it out loud. They were a great duo.
Yes.
And but he didn't draft any of those guys. Those guys were all on the Buffalo Bills
No, Hyde
beforehand.
signed in 2017.
I I honestly,
I think Tre'Davious White was there already.
yeah, and he was a first round pick too, which I think
Poyer
it was
definitely
right before.
was.
Yeah, Poyer was there. So he hasn't shown that he can get a promotion at least, and I think that's pretty ridiculous. And it will be
Yeah.
interesting to
Well, and they
see.
keep drafting like edge rushers that are decent,
Yeah,
but like don't come
just
in any
middling.
like Russo and Epinesa. Those guys that are like they're solid NFL players, but like when you have to go sign Joey Bosa and
Yep.
um,
When they had Von Miller right before you guys did,
yep, yep,
the my Buffalo friend, I know he wanted him to go a while ago, the GM, and he wanted McDermott too. He just wanted a fresh haul. And I would be shocked if he wants Joe Brady, which is who I think they might hire, their former OC.
right from within.
Yeah, and I
I
think
don't
that
think that's
would
a
be
bad
no, I think it
call.
would be I think it'd be dumb. You're
I think
running the
so.
same stuff, like you're gonna fire the guy and then bringing pretty much his number two.
It really is only a change of scenery.
Yeah, I feel like that's lazy. I feel like even bringing back like what Dayball, I think would be a little lazy.
Yeah,
Like
but also
get
like,
some Josh hasn't worked with before.
is that a good idea? Like, that's not always a good idea. Like, Josh Allen has won MVP, he's had success. Like, why would we bring in a new offensive coach?
That's true. I guess you have a good point there. But
Like Josh Allen's not the problem. Josh Allen
no,
played
that's true.
a reckless game last weekend, and that was one of the major reasons they lost. But Josh
He's
Allen is
not a
not
problem.
the root issue in Buffalo.
I completely agree. I no one could tell you otherwise.
The root issue is they haven't drafted well, and they play Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs every year. Those are the problems.
Yes, and this year they didn't get to
One
play
of those
Patrick
things you
Mahomes,
can't
and
fix.
they still couldn't beat him.
Yes.
But the guy who keeps making the drafts is still the guy, so it's like, and it's showing that Buffalo it's cracks in the armor of Buffalo. They get this fancy new stadium. They had Josh Allen to make up all their mistakes from the past couple years, and now it's like, all right, well, now that the floor isn't there anymore, we'll have to see where this roller coaster could get bad. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see in Buffalo. Another team where it's like they're definitely not as excited as Baltimore is to get like new players and new philosophy and stuff
No,
like
not
that.
after the press conference.
No,
I think
no.
you feel easy.
You feel queasy, yeah, definitely. I think you feel worse. But I do think the Ravens are much more excited than Buffalo fans are going into
Yeah.
this off season. All right, to talk about the games, um, should we just preview the next games? I mean, this all these divisional games, we had two great games, two very sloppy games. The Seahawks 49ers was over within a minute. I mean, the Seahawks scored the only
13
points they
seconds.
yeah, I was gonna say they scored the only points they needed to score to win the football
Yep.
game within 13 seconds.
As soon as he ran that kickback, and we had the under too, which I was like, how
Yep.
many times do I take an under this year and there's a
Yep.
special teams touchdown? But that besides the point. He ran that kickback and I was like, I think it's over.
Yep.
Because you come
And it
into the
was.
game like, yeah, it was. They hung around in the first half. Like it was a football game for the first half, and then things went off the rails. But yeah, uh,
I mean,
tough.
it
It was fun to
immediately
see Seattle pop like that though.
yeah, it was cool.
Like that place in the postseason is awesome.
To actually
Like
like
the old
recap the
way.
game, I'm going to a bar with meeting a bunch of people actually, it seemed like. And it was like a dinner bar, like a sports bar. I'm like, I sit down. They've already ordered a couple drinks, and like I look up at the TV, and I was like, "It's already 7-0." They're like, "Yeah, they ran back the kick return," and it was right when the game started. So I was like, "All right, well, 7-0. Let's see what the Niners can do." And I look up, and it's like 4th and 2,
Immediately turn the
and
ball over.
CMC and Kyle Juszczyk are lined up under center. Like, what the hell are they doing? And they're all the way on the right hash, and they do the triple option with
Yep.
on the right side, and Kyle Juszczyk has nowhere to go. He tossed it to CMC, who is literally inches from the out of bounds marker and has nowhere to go. And, and I was like, well, this bookmark it. Like, this game's over. Like, we
I
could
think they
close the
did
book
hold him to a
right then
field
and
goal
there.
after that though. So I was like, all right, well, it's not like if it was 14-0, I definitely would have been like, this is it.
Yeah, they did
But
hold him to a field goal
they hung
at
around a
that
little
moment.
bit.
Yeah. No, they and like that was and then they had 2 field goal
But I
drives
felt
in the
like it was
second
over. It
quarter.
was when Darnold threw the touchdown to JSN. And it was like a perfect throw, perfect
Yeah.
catch. I was like, all right, I think that's a wrap.
Yeah.
That was a couple drives later, but
It is,
yeah, bummer of a game.
it was a bummer of a
Got to go
game.
to bed early, but it was also Saturday night, so
I
a
know,
plus.
worst night to have a bust of a game.
Yeah, it is.
I think everyone went home. We all went home at like beginning of the third quarter, and then I just like went to bed. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just it was gross. It was gross. And then of course I was like, well, maybe they're beating him so badly our under can still hit. And I see it's like I get a notification on my phone. It's like the Seattle Seahawks dropped 40, and I was like, that was literally the only thing that couldn't happen was that they couldn't drop 40. And and yeah, they dropped 40. So that was over. Because what we had like 45, right? Or 44.
I think it was either 45 or 46. So
Yeah,
it
it's
just went over. What was the
yeah,
final?
it was
41 to 6?
close. Yeah, it was 41-6. It was close. Um anyways, we kind of talked about the Bills themselves. We didn't talk about the game itself. Um Josh Allen, it's funny, he always plays well in the playoffs. Yeah, James Cook played fantastic in the playoffs. And he had 2 bad interceptions and 2 terrible fumbles. Terrible fumble at the end of the halftime that would have gotten him 3 points
Yeah.
specifically
Yep.
was pretty bad. Um, they go to overtime. This is his, what, 7th overtime loss, I think, something like that.
He's never won a game in overtime.
Nope, and he's also
I
got
saw
got
that
the
stat
rules
and I, like,
changed.
gasped.
They changed the rules for him, like, they literally changed the rules
No.
for him, and he keeps
Yep.
and it's so funny because he gets the ball first, and it's like, well, if he just got the freaking ball first last time, like, we wouldn't even have a rule change because he wouldn't have cried about it,
Well,
but
this time they didn't like, they got the stop, and it's like, now you basically got the ball first in the old
yeah,
overtime, and
it didn't matter.
then, it didn't matter. Which I will say, like, the pick that he threw in overtime was a pretty great play by I forget which defender it was.
That McMillan
Um, yeah, I think
or
so.
McLaughlin or whatever his name is.
Yeah. So, like, that did suck, and that was such a Buffalo play too. To, like, that be the reason why they lost. And then just, like, the penalty after penalty was
Yeah,
such a brutal way to go out. The crazy thing is about the way that game ended, though, like, I have never seen a team and players whine about correct calls like that. And I get it, like, you're just upset, but, like, every call they made was the right the one that you could argue was the
it's the
first
Brandon
pass
Cooks one,
interference.
right? Oh, I thought you were gonna say
The
the
cat, like,
interception where they called it an interception. That was
I
the
thought that
McMillan
wasn't.
one. I thought it was too, but you could argue it with the leg down and everything. People thought it was. I thought it was
Yes.
interception
I
zone
like
too.
I thought that the one that was tic tacky was the first pass interference, but Joey Bosa also smacked Bo Nix in the head, and they threw a flag on that. So
It's
I
true.
think it was like a 2 yard, like you basically
Difference.
lost
Yeah.
2 yards.
Yeah.
And then the Tre'Davious White one, like he tackled him. I don't know
Yeah.
what, like, why was he so upset?
Yeah. I don't know why it was either. And it was like people were like, "Oh, it's because of you calling that in that situation." It's like, so if he just tackles him and it's like a 1 point
Like, what
game,
do
you're
you
just
want?
like not supposed to call it. It's like, "Oh,
Like, I
well,
get that he's
sorry.
upset.
It was two
Like,
minutes left in the game, so we didn't call it. You
yeah,
could just
right.
do
There
whatever
there
you
aren't
want
rules
out
anymore.
there." Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was a crappy way to go out. I'll give you that. And I would be upset too. But like the anger is misdirected.
I agree.
Like the
I
yeah.
completely
So um, it does suck for them that this was the year that they didn't have to go to Kansas City, and that was the game that you got out of Josh. Aside from the turnovers, he played awesome, but like,
Yeah.
turned the
No,
ball
and they're
over
not
on
in that game
25%
if it
of the
wasn't for
drives.
Josh Allen. Like, they're not in the game if
Yeah,
it
of
wasn't for
course.
Josh Allen. But they also don't
Yeah.
lose the game, I think, if it wasn't for Josh Allen. Which I think might have been the issue.
If Brock Purdy plays that game, they win.
See, but does he though? Like,
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
is
I
he
was
getting
2 weeks
Shakir
ago. That's
and
the
Dalton
thing.
Dalton Kincaid? I don't know. Their O line is fantastic. Like, you give Brock Purdy that
Mhm.
much time, like he'll be able to feel like something up.
Yeah.
They do have no receivers though. Like, they get no help.
Yeah, I mean, Cooks is like literally was their best, looked like their best receiver.
No,
Like I know they
he had
fed
six
Shakir, but
targets. Brandon Cooks had 6 targets in a do or die divisional game. 6 targets.
yeah,
It's
it's crazy.
2026 we're talking. And then of course the Broncos who can't run the football. Bo Nix played
Doesn't
incredible.
matter.
The last play of the game, one of the last plays of the game. Bo Nix just breaks his ankle.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
It's like they knew the Pats were gonna win, and they're like, we have to give them an easy schedule. Like they have to get an easy schedule. It has to be.
God forbid they face a half
They face
decent
a
quarterback.
quarterback. Yeah, God forbid they face a
They
quarterback.
faced Herbert.
They did face Herbert. And CJ Stroud was supposed to be good. Um, let's talk about the Bears Rams first, and we can talk about that matchup. Bears Rams, another just spectacular Bears game. It seemed like it was I mean, it was tied at halftime, but it seemed like it was like it could go either way, and then the Bears were kind of slipping here. And the third quarter was a whole lot of nothing. And the fourth quarter, just two crazy touchdowns, especially the Bears one. The Bears touchdown to Cole Kmet, just unbelievable.
One of the more insane plays
It was
I've
a
ever seen in the
45
playoffs.
yard touchdown that was 13 yards. It was it was pretty crazy. Um,
I will say, like, as great of a throw as that was, what the hell was the defensive back doing?
I don't know. I'm not sure. You couldn't really tell what the defensive back was doing. That's the Rams' issue. If they lose to the
Yes.
Seattle Seahawks, they are going to get thrown on. Um,
Yeah.
their secondary is not fantastic, but
No, it is not.
the Bears. I mean, great season for the Bears. I think you take this if you're a Bears fan. I mean, you take the season 10 times out of 10. Um,
Of course.
and
I will say, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna
Finish your
say, I
thought.
mean, props to the Bears. They should be for a team that's been in the gutter for a while. Had some memery of some picks with Justin Fields and Mitch Trubisky and everything. It's nice that they can get behind Caleb Williams, and he can win you some playoff games. He can lose you some playoff games. He will lose you some playoff games, but he will win you some playoff games as well. And they should be competitive. Um, hopefully, knock on wood for a couple years now. 'Cause I like Caleb Williams. I like the Bears. But
The
go ahead.
regression is coming.
You think so?
I watched it this year.
What do you
Like, the
mean?
parallels are pretty uncanny,
You think with the
are they not?
Commanders?
I mean, we won like 8 one-score games in a row.
That's true.
The same thing. Like, I mean, they just kept finding ways to make the rabbit come out of the hat at the end of these
That is
games.
true.
Do that
Yeah, and
2
that I
years
mean,
in
it
a row.
happened with the
It doesn't
Vikings that
happen.
one year too. Like they had all those
Like
one
the
score games.
Minneapolis Miracle one.
Well, I
Oh,
was
no, no,
thinking
no, when they
where they
lost to the
won.
Giants in the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and they won
Yep.
all those one score games, and then they kind of stunk the next year with Cousins, or not stunk,
Yep.
but they weren't as good.
So yeah, right. There's a chance that the Bears are still very good next year. It will not be because
They win one score
they are
games.
winning close games at the end of the year. Like, they could take a step forward
Hmm.
and just be a really good team. Like, I thought they were a good team this year, but not a great team. They could take that step forward, in which case, like, the regression would not affect them as much.
Yeah.
But they will not go 9-1 in one-score games or whatever
No, no, no,
everyone's
no,
saying.
definitely not, definitely not. I agree with
So,
that for
I
sure.
just wanna get that out there now. Yes.
Yeah, and it
I
and it
watched
is
the
funny because
season.
it's like they did end like they were 12-6. If they do have the one score
Mhm.
games issue, that could get hairy pretty quickly, where you're looking at 8 or 9 losses pretty quickly. So it's definitely possible that it's coming for him. The Rams, it is funny too. It's like the second that interception happened in overtime, which they are another team. It's like they get the stop and then they throw an interception, and you're like, damn. And the Rams kind of sold themselves in the first drive of overtime. They get up. It's third and or it's second and 7, second and 6, something like that, and they just run the football twice on second down and then on third down, and they just run up the middle. It was like third and 8, and they run up the middle, and it's like, all right, we're just gonna punt in overtime. Like you're just gonna kind of blow
I
this game.
know.
And then
I
Caleb
wanted them to
Williams,
go for it, yeah.
yeah, it was like they were on like their own 40 or something. And I was like, what like they're not even gonna try to throw the ball at this moment. And Caleb Williams throws them a pick right back. But they were right in the position to win that game as
Apparently that
well.
was DJ Moore's fault,
Is
from what
that
I've
is that
heard.
what I heard? Is that what you heard?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
I have
surprised
to
by
watch
that.
it again. I didn't watch the replay.
It does feel like it's been all over the place. I'm looking at comments right now. Jake Fowler says Buffalo ownership has been bailed out by McDermott and Allen the last couple years. Yeah, I completely agree. That was actually a while ago, but I definitely completely agree. All right, let's get to the matchups, right? Should we? Shall we?
Shall
Can
we?
we wrap
You
this
don't
up?
wanna talk about your game? Texans game?
Yeah, I guess we could talk about the game. They need to have one good touchdown drive, and they got it. Drake made it look like compared to other quarterbacks that have played this defense. I feel like Drake made it pretty well. He did have a lot of fumbles that are going to be an issue.
He did. If the Texans could fall on the football, it would
Yes,
be a different game.
it could have gotten ugly. He missed a couple passes. I mean, I think this defense played very, very well against the New England offense.
That's
I
the best
told
defense in football.
Yeah, I
So
completely agree, and I
I
think
think,
it's a
at least.
it's a good warm up against the Broncos. Like when you're going up to the AFC Championship
Mhm.
against the Broncos, the last defense you've wanted to play would have been this Texans team, which is very
Yep.
similar to this Broncos team. Um, we did have our in our wise picks, so we kind of messed up last week. We didn't post our wise picks, but we did talk about. Did we I didn't post them? I don't remember if we did or not, but we did have Kayshawn Booty over 18
If they ever got up. They were it
yards.
was I did post. I clicked post.
You just didn't.
I
Yeah,
just
I
didn't
don't.
realize that it didn't upload until, like, halftime of the Niners game.
That's all right. But we
I was in the mountains.
we were 2-1, by the way, as a group. We was together. We were 2-1. Um, so we had Kayshawn
Oh, were
Booty
we?
over 4 and or 18 and a
Mhm.
half.
Oh, Caleb's hit?
I think so.
I
Wait, what
didn't I
was the
never
last
looked.
one? I thought we had the yeah, anyways, well, fine, you figure it out. I'll keep talking. Um Kayshawn Booty had the same catch that he had as
Oh, yeah.
Drake May's first touchdown catch. So that was pretty cool. It was against Derek Stinley. Same catch,
Yep.
and it was actually a much better catch in this playoff game. Bouncing off his one hand, holding it in.
It was a
Um,
great catch.
I think that this was a good sign for the next week's game. The running game should be good against Broncos like it was this week. I've continued to be impressed by Stevenson. He's been playing very well. I apologized to him in the last episode 11 days ago, and he's just I've loved watching him this season. Hopefully, he doesn't come back to bite me, and there's not a big fumble and a big moment. But um, he's been one of my favorite Patriots to watch this year. All right, I think defense played very well too. Of course, I mean CJ Stroud threw 4 interceptions in the first half. He threw a pick six in the first half. Um,
It
sloppy
was
game.
one
I
of
knew this was
the
gonna be sloppy. I knew
yeah,
it.
especially when you saw it was snowing too.
Yeah.
But the
Oh,
second quarter, CJ Stroud was one of the worst quarterbacking performances I've ever seen. It was stunning
it was
how bad
so
it was.
bad that he tore Caden Stover's ACL, I think. Caden Stover had to, like, bend down and crumple his body on top of itself for a catch, and he was out of the game. He broke his leg or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That was like, it was so bad that he was hurting people. Um, so that was pretty rough.
In his defense, I do think he looks better if Nico Collins is out there, and he lost Schultz like right away too. But
Yeah. Yeah, they were down to, like, their 3rd
some of the
string tight end.
interceptions were just disgusting.
Well, and, like, missed passes too over the middle, just, like, bad timing.
Yeah.
It was a rough game from him. And they couldn't run the football. The Pats' run defense is so back. So back. Now that Milton Williams is back, it's so good again.
Yeah.
Um, so matching up against the Broncos, of course, it's Jared Stiddy, which I wonder what my 2021 self Stiddy. It's probably somewhere on the internet. Talk about what my opinions on Stiddy are. Um, I always liked him. I don't remember if you remember me talking about him, but I always liked Stiddy. Um, he was the backup to Tom Brady. He was supposed to be the future. He got his back injured the year that we signed Cam Newton, and then we ended up with Mac Jones. So we kind of let him go with Josh McDaniels. We were like, all right, you can go to the Raiders, and that's like the key is that Josh McDaniels loved this guy, like absolutely loved
Hmm.
him. So if anyone knows his strengths and weaknesses and can provide it to Vrabel in the defense, it's Josh McDaniels. So I do think that's actually low key a huge benefit in this game. And clearly Sean Payton really likes Stidham. He's had him for a long time. He signed him as a backup all the way when Russ was the quarterback. And I think his first move as a Denver Bronco was getting Jared Stidham. So that is and he hasn't thrown a pass, I think, since he played on the Raiders in 2023 in a regular season game. So I don't know, Chris. What do you think?
Starting
You
in
think?
AFC
Yeah,
Championship.
now he's
I have
starting the
no
AFC
idea.
Championship. I like this is what he's good. He has a little bit of mobility. He has a good deep ball. That's about it. I mean,
If he
his
doesn't turn the ball over, they have a shot.
of course they have a shot. I think I mean, like Sean Payton clearly believes in this guy. Great head coach. You know, Drake Mays, he's fumbled what, 6 times in the playoffs? 2 playoff games, 6 times. It's a jarring stat. It's not great. So, there's opportunities to bounce on, especially with how good the Denver defense plays. There's opportunities to bounce on the
Yep.
Patriots. There's opportunities for a defensive touchdown, which could have happened in this last game if the Texans pick up a fumble. Um, the of course, I have my confidence in my Patriots. Wearing the shirt right now. Really, really getting hopeful here. But I do think. I mean, it's only 4.5 point favorites. The Patriots are. And on a side note, every year or every time they've been 4.5 point favorites or higher this year, um, they have won. Which, if you've been following the Wise picks, you've probably seen Patriots minus 4.5 pretty a lot. So, yeah,
Wait,
they've
that's not
what?
that stat does not say like they win games when they're supposed like when they're favored.
Yeah, when
That's
they're
the
minus
stat.
4.5, they win. No, it's just,
They're supposed to win when they're
yeah, but like
favored.
mine, if it was minus 3.5, we wouldn't it wouldn't be guaranteed, it wouldn't be locked.
Right, because you're favored by less points.
Yeah, exactly. It is a dumb stat. I didn't disagree. I'm not saying
A
it's not
bit.
a dumb stat. I'll give you that much. It's not a dumb stat. Um,
That's really funny.
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie though. I don't think I don't have any belief in Stidham. I think Wise pick should
No,
be 4.5 Pats.
that's kind of where I'm at. Like, you know, the way that they lose this game is like if the fumbles are a problem. I feel
Yeah,
like
they have to
if
beat
you
themselves.
a similar
They have to beat
situation where like
themselves.
if you go on one good touchdown drive and just take care of the ball, like the rest take care of itself or takes care of itself.
I completely agree. And that's kind of how I felt about the Texans, like from the jump of the game, where it's like if we can get
Yep.
just to the one touchdown drive to put us ahead by 10, or if we're ahead by 10, we're winning the game. We're gonna win the football
Yep.
game.
Yeah.
If it's tied or if it's under 7 points the whole time, it could get hairy. There's definitely a version where it could get hairy. But if it's a 10 point game, the Pats are up 10 points. I think that the Pats win.
Yep. If you jump on them early, it feels almost impossible.
It has to, right? It has to.
Yeah.
And
It's not like the Broncos don't have amazing skill players that can like make Stidham's life super easy.
no, and uh you have to go up against Carlton Davis, who is who resurgent game. Carlton Davis, that was his first interception as a Patriot, first 2 interceptions as a Patriot against
Really?
the Texans. Yeah, and Christian Gonzalez has been playing fantastic all year. He's due for an
Yep.
interception too,
Awesome.
so you better not throw to him. He hasn't had one all year either, so he's due for an interception. Um, But the Pats, like what I'm trying to say is the Pats defense is not easy. It's not some cakewalk defense
Yeah.
that we
Not at
can walk
all.
into. So I don't think the run game's going to help Stiddy very much, and I don't think the passing game. There's not a lot of options. Like you're looking at Alex or Adam Troutman, like that's going to be like his leading receiver. That would be my guess. Would be like a couple
Yeah.
dump offs to Alex Troutman
Yeah.
and
Maybe
RJ
Harvey.
Harvey. Yeah, I was going to say and RJ Harvey. Um, the other thing is like Pats just they've never won in Denver in the playoffs.
Yep.
0-4. Um, Sean Payton's a
It's a
very
hard
good
place to
head
play.
coach. Yep, it is a hard place to play. Sean Payton's a very good head coach. It's really if they have to beat themselves though. They definitely have to beat themselves.
It's
Um,
yeah, because it's like I mean we've just to bring home this point, everything that usually makes life easier for a backup quarterback, they don't really have. They don't have the great run game. They don't
so
have great playmakers that you can get the ball out quick to and work your way down the field that way. Like he's Bo Nix has made plays all season. Like for all the crap that we give him, it's a lot of
Bo
plays
Nix has
with
been
his legs.
fantastic this year. I've given him crap in the past. I feel like this year I've respected him. I feel like he's been a pretty good quarterback this year. Maybe
I
it's
think we've
probably
been waiting. I think we've
yeah,
been waiting for a blow up.
that's true. We have been excited for it, but now I guess now with an ankle injury, it's like, oh, it can't be negative.
Yeah, now we have to give him credit.
Yeah.
It
Um.
does suck. It really does.
No, and to be honest, like, of course, having a walk to the Super Bowl would be like if Jared Stidham sucks ass and it's like, wow, this was like a super easy walk to the Super Bowl. Like I'm not gonna care about the noise. I'm just gonna be excited about the Super Bowl. But I did want to like not to face Bo Nix
Mhm.
if that whatever that's worth. I did want to face a good quarterback and have it be a good game. Because I still think we would have beaten him with Bo Nix. So we'll have to see. Um, let's go to the NFC Championship, which is the Rams Seahawks. Round 3 for the Rams Seahawks. Is Seahawks 2-0 this year against them?
1-1.
Okay.
The Rams won in at home. Both teams
Yes,
won at
yeah,
home.
yeah, yeah. That was when Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions.
Yes, and the second game was the two-point
Yeah, that was a
conversion that
crazy game.
off the.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that was a
uh,
fantastic game.
apparently, this is the best like combined DVOA game in 30 years. These two
Wow.
teams, maybe best
Wow.
playoff game. I'm not sure, but yeah.
It's best playoff
So
matchup maybe of all time.
yeah, if this game does not deliver, it's gonna be very upsetting. I don't see
What's
how
the
it
over
couldn't
under?
though.
Is it 55.5?
I don't know if it would
I'll
be
look it
that
up.
high.
I can look it up. All right. Doing a lot of independent research in this episode. I should have it in 2 seconds. Yeah, I got it. 40. Oh, it's only 46.5.
Yeah.
I like
Well, I
that
mean, think about
over.
like how good Seattle's defense played the first time we played each other.
Yeah, when it was 19-20 or whatever. What was it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it 19-20? I was just looking at it.
I think it was like 23-21 or something like that.
21-19. There you go. I was one off. 23-19. Or 21-19. Anyways,
Remember, I had the Rams by 3.
the this should be a really fun game. You do have a good point though. Where both defenses can hold it down. What it makes me nervous is that Sam Darnold, they're redoing the offensive line for the Seahawks. Did you see that? Gray Zabel, a
No,
rookie, is going to have to play left tackle, I believe, or right tackle instead of right guard, and that's kind of scares me. Like
because
he's gonna,
of Cross.
yeah, because of cross. It's a cross. That's not good. I don't like that.
No, it's not great, especially with the
And
Rams pass rush, like, their strength on defense.
that's their biggest strength on defense. The
And
other
Darnold's
thing that
biggest
I
weakness.
don't like is Zach Charbonnet was the best pass protector on in the backfield
Yeah,
for the Seattle Seahawks. And Zach Charbonnet
that's true.
is his ACL's torn. So it's gonna have to be all on Kenneth Walker to pass block, which he has not been great at all year.
Yep.
So those two things combined makes me very lean heavy towards the Rams side. But the other thing is that the Seahawks defense can match that with their great defensive line and
Mhm,
much better secondary than the Rams. And
mhm.
you got to remember in the last game, there wasn't Devontae Adams for the Rams. I think that's
Yeah,
important. The
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 second,
the
yeah, they won at Seattle.
37-38 game, no
Yeah,
Devontae Adams. So I think like what I'm leaning towards, it's funny, it seems like the public is really heavy on this Seattle team. I mean,
I think it's because the
DVOA
Rams
is all
haven't looked
over it.
at these playoffs.
Mm-hmm. And I was gonna say the other side of this coin is you say all these hypothetical things about the Seahawks and they trounced the 49ers. The Rams haven't looked good. It feels like they should have lost both games.
Yeah,
Yeah. And now here they are in the NFC Championship again. They are outdoors, which helps Seattle. They're at Seattle, which of
mhm,
course helps Seattle. But I think like last 2 minutes of the game, you give Stafford an opportunity here,
yeah.
and I'm going to be very nervous. And you give Sam Darnold an opportunity here, and with Jared Verse and with that O line and with no Zach Charbonnet, that's going to scare me too. So it's like The
Yeah.
Seahawks need to win early. They need to, we were talking about with the Pats, where it's like they can get up 10, they can pretty much win it. I think Seattle is almost the same way, where if they get up 14, or if they might even need more, they might need like 17 points. But they think if they can get up like that, especially with a kick return touchdown, I think the Rams
Mm.
special teams will be bad. They haven't been good
Yeah.
all season. So with the kick return, with they will have a Cooper Cup revenge game. I think there's definitely some Seattle. There's some reasons to think Seattle can still do this. And but either way, I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
I mean, to be honest, it really feels like a true coin flip. I
Yes.
think I agree that I lean Rams, um, just for the QB comparison,
Hmm.
um, and like the way that the first two games have gone. Where I mean, I guess that first game though, the Seahawks had a field goal to win it at the end, so you could say that the Rams had that second game won, if not for some tomfoolery. Like if that kick goes in the first game, Seahawks beat them twice, so you could kind of go either way there.
Yeah, but they missed a
I
kick. The
do
Rams
think
missed a kick in the second game. No, didn't they miss a kick right at the
yeah,
end?
I guess they did. Yeah, that's true.
So that means either one of these games could have been flipped from a kick.
Yeah, correct.
So that's just, I mean, it even drives the point even more that this is a
Yeah.
fantastic game. It is, and I think that's when I said that I wanted to face Bo Nix. Like, I think that's the issue. Like, nobody cares about my game. Like, Pats Broncos, like whatever. Like everyone's excited,
When
like
everyone's
super
ready, like,
excited about
oh,
this
the
game.
Patriots WZ Super Bowl again. Like this sucks. Blah blah blah. I thought about it by the way because I was uh on Sunday. I was kind of feeling that way in the second half. I was like, this is ridiculous that you guys are going back to the NFC champion or the AFC championship. Like it's not fair. Blah blah blah. And I was like, honestly, I'd rather the rich get richer. Like I don't
That's what
want to see
I.
a new
All
team.
right, I'm glad you. I'm glad
Screw
I
these
don't.
other teams. Like if I'm
I
not
don't
gonna win,
think
and
I don't
I
know why
say this
more
about the
people
Chiefs,
don't think about that.
I'd rather just have the Chiefs keep winning.
That's I don't know why more people don't think like that. Like, isn't the Pats
Not a
winning?
good way to think.
Yeah, but isn't the Pats winning the better of all evils? Like, you're gonna have to listen to either a Rams fan or a Broncos fan or they like a Seahawks fan. Like they would pump their chest and like be annoying. Like, give me like a week and I'll be like, all right, we'll be good.
That's not true. That
It
is
is
not true.
true.
That's not my point.
It
That's
is
not
true.
my
It is 1,000% true.
my
Is that
point is that if I want anyone to have the ability to be obnoxious, I think I'd rather it just be the people who have been obnoxious for the last 20 years.
But, like, we know that's what I'm saying, like, we know how to handle it. You're not getting a new group of people to come
Yes,
in
right.
and be annoying about it. You're getting the same people who have been annoying about it being annoying
The
about it.
Texans, but teams like the Texans and the Rams, it's like, I mean, how annoying could they possibly be? Like, do you know any Texans or Rams fans? Probably not.
That's true. But, like, LA, come on, you wanna give LA a
I
championship
don't
again?
care. They do not care.
Talk about the rich getting richer. You're gonna let the LA team get another Super Bowl? Come on.
I don't.
It like yeah, and I guess you have a good point. Like, and it's like Seattle, like, I wouldn't care if Seattle won another Super Bowl. Like they wouldn't be a problem with it either. But I do think like if you're a fan of like if you truly care about I guess the Jane Daniels stuff is a little different. Where it's like if you care about the second year thing, I guess Caleb Williams isn't there anymore. So you really wouldn't want Drake May to get the second year back Super Bowl.
I think I've worked through that
I
mentally.
never cared about that,
So
honestly. Like, even when Jane Daniels was,
why
like,
would
the
you
rookie of the year
care?
last year. No, I know, but, like, when he was the rookie of the year last year, I wasn't that, like, "Oh, man." Aw. Like, I feel like Commanders fans are like, they hear Drake May could be possibly MVP, and they're like, "Well, darn tootin', it should have been ours." Like,
Because because he didn't win MVP and we're bad this year. If we weren't bad, nobody would care.
it's true. It's true. That is a good point.
But I like the watching the Bears game and thinking about the idea of Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Bo Nix being in the Final Four was like nauseating.
Was it really? It
And now
was really
Bo
bad.
Nix is done and Caleb's out, so it's like, all right, now I'm okay.
But you can swallow the Drake May pill if it happens.
'Cause yeah, it's just him.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Like
not
I'm
like
not
all.
like Drake May's really good. That's
Yeah,
just it. It is what it is, and I'm not like
they
there's no
can
reason
all
to be
be
upset
good.
about.
Like,
They
there's
can
no
all be
reason.
good,
Yeah,
yes.
there's no reason
Doesn't
why they
have to
can't all.
be a like my guy doesn't have to be better than your guy
Yeah.
for me to enjoy watching football.
And it's funny, like shouldn't it be more fun that we could say like, well, Jaden's better at this, and Drake May is better at this, and they've won like you know.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have that conversation though, just in case.
But I'm saying like not this second, but I'm saying in the longevity of their careers, we will be able to do that,
I hope.
and hopefully there will be a good equal comparison for it.
That would be ideal.
Yes, yes. All right, now we're talking about utter nonsense. We're getting to the end of this.
Yes.
Um,
And we're almost at 2 after. Oh, I guess we started late. Perps update, they're down 28
oof.
with 15 minutes to play.
I
I
guess.
should have taken this
Oh
one.
crap! I guess South Carolina started. All right. Well, do we think I mean, I think it's gonna be Pats,
I think a Rams Pats parlay.
a little Rams Pats round 3.
The nice
Round 3 Rams Pats.
three, yeah.
I I wouldn't
What's the
mind it.
line in that game? I think
Ooh.
Rams 4.5.
4.5,
Maybe three. Maybe three.
2.5. It's a Super Bowl. They're not making it bigger than 2.5.
I think if the Rams were at 2.5, I think all the money would be on the
Good.
Rams.
Good. I mean, we torch Emmanuel Forbes on national TV. Chase John Booty will make a household name in front of everybody. That's totally fine with
That would
me.
be great closure for the Forbes Gonzalez debate.
It would be. It
Who's to say?
would be.
They're both starting in
In the Super
championship
Bowl.
games. Who's to say? Who's better?
I would be more
Yeah, like
scared.
plus
I would be more
220 on
scared of the
that.
Seahawks. Would that make is that bad?
No,
I'd be more scared
just
of the
because the
Seahawks.
defense.
Yeah. I
That's
think the Seahawks defense would would put a hurting on Drake
Mike
May.
McDonald's scary.
He is. He
Scary
is.
guy.
Um,
That their secondary too is just they're so freaking athletic.
what should we do for wise picks? Should we do any?
I'd say we just give out that
We do
two
Rams,
money line. Yeah.
Pats. Okay,
You have like a prop that you like.
that's fine with me. I haven't looked at it. Not gonna lie.
I kind
Um,
of like Devontae Adams touchdown.
Devontae Adams touchdown is always a good prop. I don't hate I don't hate Stevenson touchdown, and I also don't hate Hunter Henry. Let's see what his receiving yards are. Ooh, 41.5. Yes, I do hate that. I think Matt Collins is playing. I don't know if he's playing.
I'm gonna go a little Adam Troutman,
I do think that they're gonna
15
have to throw the
yards
Troutman.
plus 250.
What's his
That seems like
yards?
uh his over under
Or what were you
is
looking at? You looking at touchdown?
no, I'm looking at received. His over under is 5.5 yards.
Oh, I think that's an easy over. I don't even have it on my flip book. I think that's an easy over. Nobody, I'm telling you, Cortland Sutton's
Watching
not
that
going
game
over
waiting for an
46.
Adam Troutman catch would be miserable.
Dude, one Adam Troutman catch basically for 7 yards. I feel like that's easy. He has 2 receptions as his reception line. I kind of like that too. It's plus money. 2 receptions for Adam Troutman. I mean, come on, who else is he throwing it to do? It's him or Harvey. I wonder what the Harvey
15
receptions
yards
is.
is plus 250.
Oh, I love it. I love that. Um, receptions for RJ Harvey is 3.5 at plus money. I don't like the three and a
Okay.
half, but kind of like
Yeah.
it. All right, let's do the two money lines then.
Okay.
Rams Pats. Well, cool. Um, I guess that's all we got, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's good to be back, Chris.
Great to
Thank
be
you
back.
everyone for the little hiatus. We will be back. We'll be back next week. Talk about matchup for the Super Bowl and